Sorry about being late, guys. Since it's, September now, I decided to go skull. It's bots, you think, Brandy? Well, whether it's bots or a paid troll or an actual person, um, they can all go floof themselves. Because I've had it with them. It's really bad over on TikTok, but yeah, at least on TikTok, you know who in the hell to block. On YouTube, you don't really know. So, but hello, Brandy. Thank you for being here because this is going to be interesting. To block on YouTube, you don't. So, forgot to mute it last time on YouTube. I hope it didn't echo. I forgot to check. But moving on, let's see which one came first. See. The autonomy of the brain and spine. Now, the reason that I'm doing this should be painfully obvious because of the past couple years almost and the whole situation with losing your sense of taste and smell. I decided to look up what part of the brain, and I've been meaning to do this, what part of the brain controls that taste and smell. Well, some of these words might be hard for me to pronounce, but I will do my best. I need to move this one over to the TV so that I can... Where to go? I didn't minimize it. What the hell? So I can make sure it's showing right. Yes, it's showing right. Okay. Yes, go away. So no. The other part will be making sense of taste and, well, making sense of senses and smell and the brain. This one I found the most interesting, though. So here we go. The brain and spine are vital to keep the body alive and functioning. That's a key. Everything we do depends on the messages or nerve impulses that are sent from the brain along the spinal cord and onto the rest of the body. The brain is a complex organ that is enclosed inside the skull. It controls everything that happens in the body, including vital functions like breathing and heartbeat. Without the brain, I will add, working properly, the body would not be able to function. The brain is very delicate and is well protected by the skull. It is surrounded by a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid. So just, cerebral spinal fluid. That should be, I think, two separate words, but that's just me. CSF for short. The main functions of the CSF are to protect the brain. It acts as a shock absorber to carry nutrients to the brain and remove waste from it. Autonomy of the brain. Of course, I just got done dealing with pukey cats, and now I have a thirsty cat. Of course. You better drink this water, Miss Sissy. Mommy's busy, dang it, and I got started late, so come on. There you go. Frontal lobe. The frontal lobe governs, and that should be the only government that is here. The frontal lobe governs our personality, character, and behavior. It is where we control our body movement and how we express ourselves. This part of the brain allows us to speak. That seems to be against the law lately. It is also where we solve problems and do most of our learning. It allows us to organize and plan. Occipital lobe, that's in the back. The first part was in the front. This one's in the rear. The occipital lobe receives messages from the eyes and recognizes shapes, colors, and objects. This bit of the brain allows you to tell the difference between a square and a triangle. It also controls your eye movements. The parietal lobe is in between the front and the back, so now we're in the middle of those two. The parietal lobe gives you a sense of me. Me. I am me, you are you, and you have your own me. So, it figures out the messages you receive from the five senses of sight, touch, smell, hearing, and taste. This part of the brain tells you what is part of the body and what is part of the outside world. I think that is key and very important. The center part here of the center lobe of the brain between the front and the back is the part of the brain that tells you what is part of the body, the me, and what is part of the outside world, the them. And they are separate, for the record. Anything else is a psyop. I am not looking out there and seeing a craptacular world, and that's the inside of me reflecting out there. Go fuck yourself. That is a psyop. That is a way for evil people to blame good people for the bad things that happen in this world. And I'm not taking the blame for anybody's bullshit anymore. Moving on. The temporal lobe. You have two temporal lobes, one behind the ear. Yep, one behind each ear. They receive messages from the ears so that you can recognize sounds and messages. This part of the brain also recognizes speech and is how you understand what someone says to you. We have a lot of people misunderstanding a lot of shit lately. So this part of the brain is under attack. All these parts, our brain is under attack. Just the entire fucking thing. It also helps your sense of smell. Your short-term memory is also kept here. The cerebellum, which is in the back. The cerebellum sits at the back of the brain and controls your sense of balance. This allows you to stand up, walk in a straight line, and know if you are standing up or sitting down. The brain stem. The brain stem controls your lungs and heart and blood pressure. It sits at the top of the spine and receives messages from the rest of the body. In some ways, this is the most important part of the brain because it keeps you alive. Hurting this part of the brain is very serious. Ventricles. This is like the eye of Horus or Ra, blah, 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 in the brain. The third eye area, vicinity, and so on. Allegedly. I'll let y'all know if I decide that one's a psyop. But anyway, the ventricles make the cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, that protects and cushions the brain and spinal cord. CSF also helps to keep the brain healthy and working properly. The thalamus. There are lots of interesting things that go on in the very middle of the brain, which is made of smaller parts known as the limbic system. The hypothalamus and pituitary gland controls things like your body temperature, how fast you grow, and tells you when you are thirsty. The nervous system. The brain is connected to the rest of the body via the spinal cord and the nerves. Central nervous system. Together, the brain and spinal cord make up the central nervous system. Messages, nerve impulses from the brain travel along the spinal cord and control the activities of the body, such as the movement of the arms and legs, sensory functions like touch and temperature, and things we don't think about that go on in the background, like the function of the organs. And with the jabs, we've been seeing a whole lot of people not being able to walk or talk properly anymore. For example, side effects. The peripheral nervous system. Nerves branch out from the spinal cord through the dura and vertebrae and become part of the peripheral nervous system. That word nervous system is the network of nerves outside the central nervous system. It carries messages between the central nervous system and the rest of the body. The rest moves on to the spine, and the link is already below. I do not want this one to be super, super long. I've read most of it to you. I highly suggest that you do finish reading it and then look into the side effects of the jab, because it's very important, since this is what is under attack right now. Making sense of the senses, taste, and smells. I'm going to zoom in on this because it's like way smaller. Okay. With every whiff you take, as you walk by a bakery, a cloud of chemicals comes swirling up your nose. Identifying the smell as freshly baked bread is a complicated process, but compared to the other senses, the sense of smell is often underappreciated. Scientists studying olfaction, 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 has shed light, allegedly, on how our senses of smell works and provided compelling evidence that it's more sophisticated than previously thought. And little fun with words here. Sophia, sophisticated. But, possibly also a psyop. But moving on. In a survey of 7,000 young people around the world, about half of those between the ages of 16 and 30, because the reasoning part of their brain has yet to finish growing. That doesn't happen until between ages 24 and 26, and sometimes even later if they're developmentally mental disabled. So between the ages of 16 and 30 said that they would rather lose their sense of smell than give up access to technology like laptops and cell phones. Are you friggin' kidding me? Talk about brainwashed. You know what? That's another thing I need to point out in here is you don't get to test 7,000 young people who don't have the reasoning part of their brain yet and that are being brainwashed by world governments in every shape and fashion. It doesn't count if you're cheating. The nose knows. Smell begins at the back of the nose, where millions of sensory neurons lie in a strip of tissue called the olfactory, whatever, however you say that word again. The tips of these cells contains proteins called receptors that bind odor molecules. The receptors are like locks, and the keys to open these locks are the odor molecules that float past, explains Leslie Vachel, a scientist who studies olfaction at Rockefeller University. Ahem, ahem. Now, we're talking about locks and keys here. So, back to this. How do they do that test again? Oh, yeah, that's right. They shove a big long thing up your nose, clear up into your frickin' brain, trying to ruin because of half of 7,000 young people that were studied would rather not smell, not realizing that that also means they can no longer taste anything. Just had to point that out. Moving on. People have about 450 different types of olfactory receptors. For comparison, dogs have about 2 times as many. Each receptor can be activated by many different odor molecules, and each odor molecule can activate several different types of receptors. However, the forces that bind receptors and odor molecules can vary greatly in strength, so that some interactions are better fits than others. Think of a lock that can be opened by 10 different keys. 2 of the keys are a perfect fit and open the door easily. The other 8 don't fit as well, and it takes more jiggling to get the door opened, explains Vasha at Rockefeller University. They're trying to get the door open in your brain. That's bad. The complexity of receptors and their interactions with odor molecules are what allow us to detect a wide variety of smells. And what we think of as a single smell is actually a combination of many odor molecules acting on a variety of receptors, creating an intricate neural code, neural code, neural code that we can identify as the scent of a rose or freshly cut grass. Odors in the brain. This neural code begins with the nose's sensory neurons. Once an odor molecule binds to a receptor, it initiates an electrical signal that travels from the sensory neurons to the olfactory bulb, a structure at the base of the forebrain which is also where your reasoning part of your brain is, relays the signal to other brain areas for additional processing. Oh, is that just going to be a little video? Aw. Well, the link is below. Y'all can check it out later. Oh, yes, of course. Of course you can't find that one. Why would that still be there? Why would it be gone? Wow. Okay, I just heard a beep. Wait, let me make sure that's not my mother-in-law. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Do-do-do-do. Okay, we click those. One of these areas is the piriform cortex, a collection of neurons located just behind the olfactory bulb that works to identify the smell. Smell information also goes to the thalamus or thalum, the structure that serves as a relay station for all of the sensory information coming into the brain. The thalamus transmits some of this smell information to the orbitofrontal cortex, where it can then be integrated with taste information. So without smell, there's no taste. We know this. But for others who are new to my channel, I'm pointing it out so that they know. What we often attribute to the sense of taste is actually the result of this sensory integration. Why is it under attack? Well, we know they're trying to turn us into AI. They're trying to take our perfectly refined intelligence and turn us into artificial intelligence. I'll not have it. I'll die first. And I think that actually I've probably even read enough. I'm about halfway down the page here as well. The link is below. I'm going to go look at live chat now. I have read the most important parts that I believe are the most important parts, so that everyone who sees this video might understand it and go click those links and find out for themselves as well. I also want to bring this back over for people whom I cannot see. Hello, Julianne, Max Vision, and of course, Brandy. And is anyone up here above? Nope. Okay. So, yes, hi. Max says, yep. Okay, so let's read these. Oh, okay, painting, yay. No matter what kind of painting you're doing, painting's always fun. I'm having a great day every time I'm telling the truth and trying to wake people up. That's what keeps me going. Yeah, radiation poisoning will also screw with your brain, which then in turn screws with the rest of your body. Max agrees. Different levels of EMF radiation smell in different ways. Yes. Thank you for your gifts and talents, Julianne. I don't know why Max is saying ox and then OCC. Hmm. Oh, okay. Um, I can really help you with Max says, I can really help you with the pronunciations. Can you? Well, do you want to come in? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, Alzheimer's and dementia, and isn't there a third one? But anyway, yeah, they've already been messing with the brain in many different ways over the years. It's to where everybody knows someone who has it by now, has either one of those. Um, People will deny any symptoms as long as possible. Yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous. What? Yeah, exactly. I think this is very important. Uh, Brandy's stepdaughter couldn't smell until she was 13, so they really screwed her up, like in the womb somewhere along the way. And they had to take her adenoids out, and she never wanted to eat because of it, and they had to make her eat. No smell takes away your desire to eat. Exactly. Yes, LOL. Brandy. Yeah, I'm using an app. I didn't make the skull. No. I'm just using it's not Snapchat, it's Snapcam. Snapchat's for your phone and tablet, and Snapcam is for your laptop or computer. But I like it since it's a video that talks about the brain. Max, are you still there? And do you want to come in and add to this? Because you know quite a lot about the brain. So I will, in case you are still there and you do want to come in, and at least chat a little bit about this, that would be cool. Even though it will make it longer than how long. It's not saying how long I've been live there. Maybe it says over here 27 minutes, half hour. We could chat for half an hour if you want to come in, Max. Want to try to keep my videos a little shorter so that people will be more likely to watch. What the hell does OJ mean? Max says OJ. I think he meant okay. And I'll move this to this one. So, she still can't taste salt. Wow. She lets me salt when I'm around so she doesn't gag us when she cooks. Oh, yeah. I mean, seriously, how's she gonna ever really learn how to cook right, with this issue? And of course, they call us useless eaters. And it's just ridiculous because them bastards eat too. But we're the useless eaters. Okay, you greedy bastards. Kiss my ass. Kiss it. But at least there's someone else around that can help her, balance out the flavors with their taste buds, with their senses. Um, I mean, yeah, life would probably be easier if we didn't have to eat. However, these bodies do need sustenance to stay alive, or they will starve to death and die. She can cook, she just can't count salt or taste saltiness. Ah, there's the mouth version.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I feel better now that I have vented. I've had my little rant. It's all
Okay.
out now.
Yeah, I might have to change devices. We'll see what happens. That's all.
Yeah, you don't have your laptop on? You do sound kind of garbly. You must be on
PC
your
is
cell phone or something. What? You keep cutting out completely now.
okay. Hold
Okay, I'll hold on.
on.
Since I'm not, reading on the brain anymore, I figured I'd change emojis or pictures. Uh, her husband can't smell either. They can't smell rotten milk. Ew, how can you not smell rotten milk? Boy, your nose has to be messed up. Your senses. Hope it don't take him too long to try a different device to get in here. Oh yeah, plenty of people on TikTok have tested the paper face masks and the Q-tips for the nanotech, and it is there. It is absolutely there. Yep. Okay, now you have to talk so that we know how you sound.
I sound probably a lot better.
God, yes.
You look like one of those. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Yeah, so one of the German scientists that actually did testing and autopsies found holes in all the major organs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we're going to have incidents of Alzheimer's and dementia like symptoms, except it'll be like mad cow disease.
Yeah.
And these people will be driving, they will be operating equipment, they will be doing everything that that people will be doing that's dangerous that they need their brains for, and they're not going to have them.
Yep.
The number of people I can't imagine. I'm terrified. I'm getting terrified now of the roads because the drivers are bad enough. But imagine these 20, 30-year-old people driving their car and going, oh, where am I? What the hell?
How do I
Because,
drive a car? I don't remember
yeah,
how to drive a car.
yeah. Oftentimes they wake up and suddenly realize where they are, and that's why a lot of them have accidents and things like that, is because they just don't realize where they are.
The hydrogel that they put the nanotech in is what causes the blood clots. Brandy.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that the nanotech then turns around and starts to eat holes in everything and just pretty much turns your brain and your organs into Swiss cheese. And I'm sorry, I have to keep saying it on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, and any social media that I decide to use henceforth, as
Well,
I get
yeah.
booted off of each one. If you want to kill us, you have energy weapons. You could just smite us with your godless asses and just take us the fuck out. But no, you're sick bastards. You want to use us as guinea pigs and you want us to suffer to death. That makes you crazy.
Well, it's a soft kill and it's deniable. If they roll out the energy
It wasn't
weapons,
me. Yeah.
yeah. If they roll out the energy weapons, you can see
But
them.
if they hit us with energy weapons, who's going to be left to tell anybody anything?
There'll always be somebody left. That's the problem that they have, is there's always somebody left. I'll be back in one moment. I got to go grab a smoke.
Okay. I think I'm going to mute this because I won't be at the camera either. I'm going to go do the same. I don't know what you mean by that nakedness. Happened to your friend years ago. She started having seizures later in life. Wow.
Plus, they
Oh,
already are
that's
using
terrible.
energy weapons on us. That's how they get us to go to the hospital. If they weren't using those energy weapons, we probably would never have to go to the damn hospital.
Yeah, and I'm not
Um,
just.
I've felt days where
Mhm.
the energy being output was so low, I felt like I could fly. You know, on days like today when they're ramping up for another pandemic just before an election, feels like you've got two 20-pound sacks on your shoulders, you know?
Yes. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Um, I've been feeling that pretty hard lately as well. However, I don't know what they're, exactly using or doing to us. But what I do know is that my common sense, my reason, and my logic, and my is working together with my natural psychic abilities, and I am becoming more and more psychic by the second. So what they're doing, to me at least, is causing the exact opposite that they are intending to do. So they're only
Well,
making me stronger.
there's another way to look at it too, is that they could be suppressing you, and that by now you could be fully psychic.
Exactly. But
You
it's
know?
not working because I'm a
No. Well,
stubborn.
I don't think they can. They have to complete some type of a net to stop that, and I don't think it's going to happen because you can't. You can never build a perfect net, and a net always breaks down. So
That's right.
you know, when China they bred, or there were these children coming out that were fully psychic, they had to kill them because they knew everything, anything and
Yes.
everything they wanted to know.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. And since I play chess as well, I feel like I'm starting to see ahead of the game, and,
Hmm.
their plans.
Hmm.
And so I make my videos accordingly. Um, I
Right
don't know.
now, they're trying to roll out a vaccine passport in my province of Ontario, and you
Yeah.
can see how that goes, right? So the one
Right.
in Australia, they're rolling out. They'll
Yeah.
give you a text, and within 15 minutes, if you don't take a picture of yourself at your location, they'll dispatch the police.
If it ever comes to that,
My
um,
God.
at least with me, my picture is going to have a bird on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I will
Yeah.
have my say. Dang it! Now there was something else I wanted to say before that. Oh, the new Pfizer vaccine that doesn't even come out for like 2 to 5 years has already been fully approved, and they're trying to pass it off like it's the Pfizer vaccine that's already out, and it's not the
Yeah.
same. It is
No.
slightly different because they say it works alongside of the original
Hmm.
Pfizer, which means by the words they chose to use, it is not the same. And now they have two pills you can take to try to make sure that the shot don't kill you. And you have to take two pills twice a day. And that sounds a lot like someone who had an organ transplant and their body might reject it. So here, take these pills.
Yeah, that does. Yeah, they're getting ridiculous. They're up to 3 shots and boosters now. That's
Oh,
one of the proposals. Yeah. Now you
the
got three
reason
shots. Now you got 3 shots, boosters, and pills.
yeah, and the reason that they're trying to say that it's the unvaccinated that are ending up in the hospital with the Delta variant when it's not, they are not counting you. At first they were saying if you've had,
Mhm.
your first shot, you're partially vaccinated. If you've had your second shot, you're fully vaccinated. Well, now that their plan is working and the Delta variant has been accomplished within the human body
Yeah.
alongside of the vaccines, and
Yeah.
infecting people and the people that got the jab. Now they're saying that if you're in the hospital and you're dying of the Delta variant, that you're not fully vaccinated.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have
Tell
to have
that
a booster to
t-
be fully vaccinated. So
tell
that
that
means
to
that you can
85% of the Israeli people. Yeah.
yeah, Israeli, they force vaccinated everyone, and they're the one that put the damn study out.
Yeah.
And it's like, hello, they were the biggest of the guinea pigs, and they're
Yep.
telling you, if this isn't the plan, it's not going well. If it is the plan, it's going perfectly.
Yeah. It is the plan, and it is going not
Yes, it
perfectly.
is the plan, and it's going perfectly. That's my opinion.
Mm. On most of the population, they unfortunately they still have a control group that they have to get rid of. I know they can use optics and propaganda to try to make it look um, like it for a while that the unvaccinated are the spreaders, but eventually the facts will catch up to them, and they're catching up to them now in Canada. So I'm hoping around the world you can see, even in like Australia, where they are actually a little more draconian than Canada. Not much more, but
Yeah, it's a fine line right there. Yeah.
yeah, we're on the precipice of getting beat down in the street like they are.
Yeah.
Um,
And
you
force
know,
vaccinated. Yeah. And I heard a video on TikTok where there was a sergeant talking to his crew, and he was telling them, you will be vaccinated because laws are made now that we can't hold you down and force vaccinate you. So you will either
hmm,
be dishonorably discharged or forcefully vaccinated. The choice is yours. Oh, I'm sorry. They're really confused. I want to make this very fucking clear right now, too. You don't have a choice if it's an ultimatum. An ultimatum is not a choice. Your
no,
choice is be vaccinated or don't be vaccinated. Ultimatum is be vaccinated or lose your job. Hello,
yeah,
there's a difference. Are they
yeah,
rewriting the Webster's dictionary too?
yeah. I went back and I looked at the word coercion, and yeah, that's coercion.
That's coercion. That's against the Nuremberg Code, which is for the entire world.
Supposed to be. In Canada, they're starting to try to claim that they can suspend our rights in emergencies. Well, that means your rights really don't mean anything because that's the time your rights really count is in an
That's when your
emergency.
rights count. And if they're taking them away from you, hello.
Yeah,
And then they try to lie and say they're not violating the Nuremberg Code. Yeah, you are. You
yeah, yeah,
absolutely are. You
yeah,
100%
yeah.
are fucking are, and you're a liar.
Now the courts are actually turning a lot of cases down like that. Um, they're not standing by the codes and the laws. They're interpreting them in their lefty ways, and eventually, I don't know if this will have to lead to a revolution because when the courts and the politicians don't listen to the people, it's time to get rid of them.
Well, it's not just the left, brother. It's the right and the left. They are together. They are
Yeah.
views on the
Well, there
same.
there there really is no right in Canada
It's
anymore.
us
It's
and
gone.
them. That's it.
Yeah.
World government against the people.
Yeah. There is no right or left. They're all the same party. They're all globalist. You know,
Yeah,
communism. You know,
yeah.
and that's just a pretext for totalitarian, like emperorship. You know,
Yeah.
that these people think they're going to get. Unfortunately, these politicians are just useful idiots, and at the end of the game, they're all going to be dumped, maybe
I
even
know.
killed.
It's like you fucking idiots. You're helping them with your own demise.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you? What good is your money that
no.
you're making for selling your soul to the devil?
Yeah. Evil always eats itself.
Evil eats
So
itself. That's the whole serpent eating its tail thing. Evil eats itself. You can count on it. Evil turns on evil. You can count on it.
yeah,
I knew that early in life because of my mother and my two sisters.
How do we undo the Act of 1871? I don't know. Rewrite it. I don't know. I don't know, Brandy.
Ugh.
They won't let people arrest. Yeah, that's what they're pushing for here, Brandy. So we're going to see what happens. It's coming on the 16th of September, 4 days prior to an election. Now, and they've also claimed that they're going to mail out ballots to everybody.
Oh.
Every Canadian gets a mail-in ballot. And
Oh.
our voting machines are perfect.
I'm gonna say that's racist.
Oh,
I had to take a deep breath to say that because I laughed all of the air out of my lungs just then.
So our prime minister has learned his lessons from your government and is proceeding on the same road and same path to victory.
How insane are you when you think that you have to control every waking moment of every being still alive on this fucking hell planet? How crazy are you? You want us to own nothing and be happy, but you want everything, 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 everything.
Well, they're evil. They live in fear. They've committed crimes that they should be killed for.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they live in fear. That's why they fear you. That's why they want to control you. And they want to make a utopia where they can snatch children and people just off the streets. You
No,
know?
I watch Stargate, and in one of the Stargates, they had a bubble that surrounded this village where they all lived, and their energy source was failing, and so there was like a backup plan built into it that if it starts to fail and that bubble starts to shrink, someone will be woke up in the middle of the night, they'll pack all their shit and they'll leave, walk outside the bubble and die. And then everybody inside the bubble gets reset and they don't even remember the person.
Yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah.
Yep, that's what they're doing.
Yep. Well, it's like the days of King Nebuchadnezzar and King Og. King Og was mad at King Nebuchadnezzar because he ate his people in private, in secret. King Og would just grab his people off the street and eat them.
Yeah.
He thought that was a much more honest way. And these people seem to want to return to that type of a lifestyle.
Oh, yeah. That and Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh, yeah. And all their child and children sex parties and stuff. And adrenochrome. And
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Literally and utterly disgusting. But what can you do? It's their friggin' playbook. It's their fucking world. We're just living in it. And I do believe that they only have us here to feed off of us.
That's right. We need to repeal the laws that stop us from suing these drug companies. Because they are entities, really. And, you know, as an entity, they have a responsibility to not cause harm.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to call a corporation a person, they are culpable. They're, you know.
Well, corpse. They're a corporation. Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Dead man walking.
Everything we do is tracked. Yeah, everything we do is tracked and recorded anyway. They just want a better system. And they want to be able to contact you. Like what they want to do with these, what they will end up doing probably with these COVID apps is they'll just tell you got to go in for a vaccine because you've been around too many people that might have COVID. So they'll have an automatic vaccine system and an automatic tracking system.
Mm-hmm. And
eventually that'll work into a social credit score.
There was another. Yeah, exactly. Um, what was the name of that TV show where they could track everyone in real time? Um, damn, I used to watch it.
You
Uh, but that one keeps coming to mind. They can always just track you on the street, and and they always know where you are and what you're thinking. And but it wasn't a movie; it was a TV show.
paid logistics for their commodity. You lost me on that one, Brandy. Who's logistics? I know what logistics is, but is it a who?
Logistic. Yeah. Uh, they are not following
007
laws;
type
they're
show.
making new ones, and
Yeah.
they're acting like they're above the law. They work for us.
Well, now they just work for the dollar and the Chinese. So.
Well, they were all in on it together from the start.
Yeah. When we
So
see things like Davos, the World Economic Forum, where they basically tout these types of ideologies, all they really have to do there, they don't have to plan it out. All they have to do is just tell you that I support depopulation, I support vaccination, and they all know exactly what that means.
yeah, yeah,
You just put those two together,
yeah, yeah. And then the whole thing that's supposedly going on over there in Afghanistan, that thing they showed on the mainstream news where there were Afghanis supposedly in a panic running next to the plane
Mm-hmm.
trying to, get in or on it or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I investigated the fuck out of it. That was a goddamn float because those people would not have been able to be that close to those motors and
No,
not get sucked through and gutted and blown out the other end.
yeah, yeah. That video was totally debunked.
And
Uh,
and they were happy and flailing their arms. They were like, "Yeah, woohoo!" Does that sound like
yeah,
panic to you? Does it look like
no.
panic to you? No.
The one guy was smiling and waving at the camera.
Yeah, he
Look at
was like, "Hey,
me, look
look at
at me.
me."
Yeah, yeah. It's all a psyop, like you say.
Well, and that's why I changed my name. And I'm seeing so much clearer than I ever saw. And I was born awake, so that says a lot.
Yeah.
It's all a psyop. There's a storm coming, get out of the way. Fuck you. Fuck you. That sounds a lot like forgive your enemies and love those who curse you and hate you and blah blah blah.
Well,
And
the
let
events
us hurt
portrayed
you.
are fictional, but the death is real. That's usually the problem. Like
Mhm.
the events are all staged and put on, but the deaths are real.
Person of interest. Thank you, Brandy. Person of interest.
Oh yes, I remember that show.
Yes.
I think it's still playing. I don't know.
Oh, probably just reruns. I didn't know they were
Oh
still
yeah, it
making
was.
new
Yeah,
ones.
that's right. That one was canceled after a couple seasons.
Because there's a TMI. There was too much information in there.
Yeah,
They had to cancel it. Yeah.
yeah, I
But
do
they
remember.
also showed that same kind of stuff in Mission Impossible. And I think that
Mhm.
they're kind of bragging with that Mission Impossible thing as well. Because how do we overcome that kind of evil?
Hmm.
I don't know. And if
We
I
do.
don't know,
We
I
stand
don't.
up to it. That's the problem. That's all it takes, really.
Well,
We
you stand
stand
up
up to
to
it.
it, and then they kill you, and then they recycle
Well,
you.
they have to get people to do that. And in Canada, the police refuse to enforce many of these mandates.
Oh, that's good.
They will not enforce lockdowns. When they told us that they were to stop and question people on the first lockdown, our police said, no, we will not do that. People are free to move around as they wish. And now the doctors and nurses are up again on mandatory vaccinations. We'll see how that goes. It didn't go over last time, and it probably won't go over again. So
They
these,
they Their new world order is so close now that
It's
they can
close, but
just
it's
in
falling
case.
apart. It's falling apart, and it will, because these people are being identified by what we would call the average person. Those that don't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those that don't look for conspiracies are finding the conspiracies now.
Hmm. But those who awaken are the ones that have to die. They
Oh,
can't
yeah.
be
Oh,
controlled.
it's becoming much more of the population. Good luck with it.
That's,
Good luck
hmm
with it getting them to agree to things again. Good
hmm
luck, because they're not going to.
No, I don't believe that they will win. But
They'll
I don't know how
accomplish
long.
some of their goal, and then they'll retreat and they'll try it again. It was tried. This was tried in Canada in 1938. They
Mm,
tried to mandate us into vaccinations on a constant basis, and we said no then, and we're going to say no again.
yeah, we're always going to say no. We're never going to be okay with it. You can't brainwash everyone clearly, so get over yourselves.
And truth just wakes people up too quickly.
Yeah, they absolutely hate the damn truth. I have been dealing with so many headaches lately.
Why do? Oh, the pedos. What pedos?
I think
Oh,
it's I think as you awaken, you're opening new parts of your brain that you've never used before, and it makes you have a headache.
Brandy, we remote viewed Donald Trump twice. The thoughts in his head and the hopes for humanity that he had. The first time, it looked pretty decent. It looked like he was going to do something and really stand behind people. Um, but we looked again and we saw the flip side of Trump. We
Yeah.
saw the evil,
Hmm.
and believe me, he has pure evil in him if he wants it.
Oh yeah,
But he's a Gemini, so there's two people in there.
right. Yep, exactly. He's only showing everybody the good side of
Hmm.
himself. But I mean, I'm a good person. I am a good person. I was born loving, meek, mild, quiet, and shy. But you fucking piss me off and I will eat your goddamn face. There are two in each and every one of us. And shame on the ones that take a
Yeah.
meek, mild, quiet, shy, loving, caring person and push them and push them and push them and push them until they're ready to eat your damn face. Because, boy, have you stepped over the line then.
Oh, shoot, I had something interesting. This is kind of related, Brandy. Um, you're probably starting to get headaches because of radiation. They're increasing the radiation levels right now, so that will be the reason why. My
Yeah,
wife
well,
actually, my wife actually got a picture of their horseshoes in the sky. They're bits of electromagnetic energy, and they move around. They squiggle. My wife actually got a picture of them one night in the night sky.
you
I've
need to
seen them.
send that to me in Hangouts then.
I've seen them all my life, and if you can learn to see them, which isn't hard, you can tell whether there is a lot of electromagnetic energy or a lot of magnetic energy, or less. Um,
Yeah.
what does that say?
She said no face eating
Oh,
sledgehammer.
yeah.
you know, um, the
You think black goo and
the
nanotubes are
horseshoe
safer?
shaped magnets are the most powerful magnets because
Well,
both sides
what I
are on the
think
same
this
side.
is these are little balls of electrons, I think. And what I see is a wave in front of them. So it's not actually them that I'm seeing. I'm just seeing a wave in front of them.
Hmm.
Um, Brandy, I think that he may have been Vril. I don't know if he's a member of the Black Eye Club. Um, I'm not so sure about the black goo. Apparently,
That's the best picture I've got. I don't know if it'll
okay.
show up to you, but I gotta go do the laundry.
Here, Suzanne sent. Yeah, showed me the picture. Where is my camera? Where are you?
What?
I'm looking for my camera. Hold on.
Oh.
There it is. Okay, I got it.
You know, there used to be a TV show called V. It was about aliens. It was about reptilians.
Doesn't really show them as well as I see them, but
Didn't last long.
it kind of does.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Cabal's magic, Brandy. In short, it's the Cabal's magic.
So I don't know if it's not really that easy to see, but you can see those spots.
I can see the spots. If you sent me the picture, I could share screen and probably show a better view.
I'm on Suzanne. This is Suzanne's phone, so I don't have your stuff programmed in here. But anyways, that's kind of what I see, but not really. I usually see them in the daytime, not at night. So, but yeah, it's just another effect. You can actually see the electromagnetic radiation in the air.
Yeah.
Just, you can feel it and you can see it. The dark V is huge. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably a couple of craft. There's craft overhead all the time. As far as I
we just can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, we just can't see them.
Because they're cloaked.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think he may have been vrilled. If you know what a vrilled lizard is, Brandy.
Yep.
But black goo is a very good possibility.
I'm going to start making new words to come against their damn magic spell.
Apparently, Hillary Clinton bought a property that contains a puddle of that stuff. So, but I don't have any proof on that.
It's getting sprinkly out there. I need to put the cat food back out there. Say that one more again, please. I missed some of it.
Oh, I was talking about Trump being possibly vrilled or black gooed or I think black goo is a possibility. I haven't seen enough evidence of the black goo to conclusively say I kind of think it's real, but I do believe it's a great possibility.
Hey, they did try to tell us about that in the X-Files, which when it first came out, they did emphatically claim that these were all based on true stories, no matter how crazy they were.
But I think they would keep the nanotech out of themselves, at least for now, until they finish testing on us, right?
Oh, they're not going to put it in them. None of them motherfuckers are vaccinated. They want to test it on us and then perfect it. And then when it's perfected, they'll take it.
Yeah. Once they can be sure that they'll only get enhancements from it.
Yes. To make sure they get the purified, tested version.
Oh, yeah. Pictures of waves from July 6th and 9th. Awesome. Can you share those with us, Brandy? Brandy's got she's got pictures of waves in the atmosphere, I think.
Well, I'll reshare the link and maybe she can come in. She could use her thingy. We don't have to see her, and she can just move out of the way when she's showing us her pictures.
Yeah. If you want
so
to.
We just see the pictures.
Hey, Paul.
So I will copy and reshare the link. You don't have to show yourself at all if you don't want to, Brandy. Hello, Paul from Newcastle. But come on in and just show us the pictures. That would be great. I would love that. Thank you for the thumbs up, and screw you, whoever gave me a thumbs down for. I even went live. Fight me. I ain't even said shit yet, and I had a thumbs down. Kiss my ass.
I'm on. I was on a phone earlier, Brandy. You can do it through a phone. You just need a set of headphones or earbuds. Well, I suppose that'd make it difficult to share the pictures.
Well, even if she's echoing because maybe she doesn't have a headset or headphones,
Yeah.
she just really probably just wants to jump on long enough to show us her pictures. So it won't matter if she's just in there for a short time echoing, we'll still get to see the pictures.
Yeah.
So yeah, just click that link. You don't even have to be signed up with StreamYard or anything. Just click that link and it'll make a boop sound and I'll know you're there and I'll see you at the bottom and I'll add you to the screen.
Click the link and follow the instructions. We'll just ask
Yeah,
you
you
who do you
can
want to go up.
actually, that's a good idea. That's right. We are hooked up on Facebook. Send them to me in Messenger. I'm on my way.
Okay. There you go.
And then I'll just share screen. That's a good idea.
Yeah. She's on her phone, so it'd be difficult to share the pictures and stuff.
Oh, Renee sent me a voice clip I can't listen to right now because I have no idea what she said. So I'm there and waiting for the pictures to come through. I could have swore that me and your wife was hooked up in Hangouts.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you might be.
There just hasn't been any action in the chat lately.
Yeah. She's
Since
not the
the
most
vid
communicative. She's
Yeah.
not so communicative.
Yeah.
Let me see. Sure.
I don't see anything coming through yet, but I'm here waiting. Oh. But yeah, I'm just tired from this crap. And that's what they're trying to do. They want to wear us down. They want to force us, and this is what I'm seeing. They want to force us to come after them so that will actually start a physical instead of a psychological only World War III that they can start and blame us for because they can say we started it. Yeah, it had nothing to do with you pushing us to our limits though. So doing something like that, I'm always telling people on TikTok is don't do that. That's what they want. That's when it's going to get really ugly. Okay, she sent me one. Now,
Revolution is ugly.
Yeah, it is.
And messy.
It is.
Yeah.
But if you don't have everyone together on it, you know, Howard.
No, there's still more. There's still more hearts and minds to win.
2 V's.
And people need to see the death in order to react to it. Unfortunately.
2 V's. Huh.
Yeah, I had trouble. I couldn't send that.
Oh, that sucked.
That's it. Brandy's got hers. So.
Is there another one?
She said she sent you something.
I've gotten one so far.
Okay.
I marked it with a key, but I haven't seen the other one yet. But I see this here, and it actually looks like an X as well, which they just love their X's and crosses and plus signs. Yes, they do.
Yeah, Brandy, in my house, or in my apartment, there's a hallway that I can't even walk down. If I do, I start to get dizzy, nauseous, and if I stay there too long, I probably would fall down. That's because there's some concentration of Wi-Fi energy being transmitted to that one particular area, and it'll make me dizzy and nauseous. and my eyesight goes all wonky, and yeah,
I have been dealing with that a lot lately too.
yeah.
That dizziness.
Your eyes will be affected. Almost like one of the
Can't
easiest things to
focus
affect.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You try
because
to
it's all
focus.
water.
Yeah. If she sent 2 pictures, I still only got 1.
Okay, we'll show the one first. Let's see it. Maybe she's searching for it.
Yeah, it should be there. No.
Look at the V in the sky and the waves. There's a V and a wave. There's like a V shape
Yeah.
up there,
Yeah.
and there's waves.
Yeah.
Those look like they could be those harp waves
Mm-hmm.
rippling through the
Yeah.
sky. I've seen things very similar to that, Randy, and yeah, they look artificial.
Oh yeah. Definitely artificial.
Well, in a way, every cloud up there now is artificial because it's all manipulated skies.
Yeah. Nothing's real anymore. If it even ever was.
I don't know. They only seem to get the technology and the advancements to really muck with the atmosphere in the past 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Now there's HARP facilities all over the planet. There
Yeah.
used to be only the one in the north for experiments, they say.
Yeah.
Now it looks like they've got them under the oceans and all over the place.
Oh yeah. They've got them everywhere. I am going to have to end this soon.
Okay.
I have no choice. My physical body is
A lot of crosses in the sky this week. Oh, no.
doing some stupid shit right now. I pissed off the gods.
Good for you.
The only good for me, that's right. Because I'm telling you, the only thing that's going to shut me up is death. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. When you don't hear from me anymore, and we're not all in FEMA camps, and you
Yeah.
can't find me there, well, I'm dead because I didn't shut up. Because I definitely am here to fight for truth, no matter what.
Yeah, that's an interesting picture Brandy just got back. There looks like there could be a V craft in the sky right beside the waves too. That's
Yep.
really cool.
Well, I
I
kind
had
of
one.
go there too at the bottom, next to the tree, bottom right. I see 2 eyes and a mouth.
Oh yeah.
There's an eye, and then here's the nose, and then here's the mouth, and then these clouds here would be the cheekbones. And then
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like the forebrow. Yep.
She sent a 5-sec video pic.
Uh-oh. Ain't come through yet. They might not be letting it come through.
Yeah.
They're on to me. Nope. Ain't come through. It might just, she's probably sending it and it
Yeah.
won't show to me until it's fully uploaded.
Yeah.
But I hope it's soon because I have to end this very, very,
All
very,
right.
very soon.
They're spraying right now. Yeah, they're spraying everywhere right now. That'll get. See if you can get enough toxins in a body, Randy. What'll happen when they hit you with around 72 to 74 in some areas. Some places are much higher than others on an average, but they'll crank it up about 4 Tesla, and your body will start to try to get rid of all the toxins inside. And that'll
Yep.
cause a cytokine storm in large people or people who are
Yep.
toxic, and they'll die from that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Well,
so they are attacking us on multi-level. Like you're getting toxins in your water, toxins from the sky, EMF radiation. It
Yeah,
constantly
and-
wears down your genes. It
Yeah.
tears apart cells.
Yeah.
Your body has to rebuild and replace those cells on a daily basis, and that's taxing on your system.
Yeah.
That's
Because you can't keep up.
yeah, your body just can't eventually keep up, and that's we might even be immortal by now. Who knows? If they'd stop hammering us with these things, we'd be able to find out. Yeah,
Right. Well, they don't want us to find out that.
I think that's probably a good possibility.
Mhm. Unless immortality is that whole reincarnation thing, because if that's what it is, I don't want nothing to do with it. I need a vacation away from crazy people.
Oh yeah, we all get a vacation. I keep coming back, though. I like it here. It's interesting.
Well, according to their script, we are indeed, in fact, in hell, and I don't like it here.
Well, yeah, they built it. We can tear it down.
They're not going to let us turn it into paradise. No.
They won't have much choice because it's the age. They've been trying to beat the age, and they're not winning. They did last time because they could be as brutal as they wanted to. Nowadays they can't.
Well, they are getting pretty brutal in Australia.
They are. But getting the police to do that to your own people, it isn't that easy. And those officers will not be looked upon favorably by their own.
A cop shot a guy because he felt threatened because he wasn't wearing a mask. No
Yeah, I
shit.
believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to try to make it as like they play both sides of it, right? So they're going to try to get us to fight each other.
They're not
They
going to let
failed.
it.
They failed with the black and white. So
Yeah.
they pushed that, and that didn't work. And,
Well, at least we got the picture.
yeah.
Well, at least we got the picture.
If you look on Odyssey and Project Veritas, your school system is going to take a hammering in a very
Hi,
short
Joanne
amount of
Rotten.
time.
I got
parents-
Joanne Rotten from TikTok, I do believe.
Joni Rotten?
Or Joni Rotten, right. I'm sorry. My eyes are not focused right now. I just did all that reading. But yeah, I do believe I found
Hi,
her on
Joni.
TikTok. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody's
Hey,
on
Joni.
TikTok?
Joni did some research into a couple of people for me, Barry and Bunny Sherman, and found out that they were doing research into thalassemia that the two cults were playing with. But I also found out, Joni, that Barry and Bunny Sherman were also making hydroxychloroquine in their facility in Toronto.
Oh, dear God. Dudes.
And that was probably another reason why they got murdered.
They are starting the squalene thing too. When you said hydroxychloroquine, it reminded me. I literally just saw a video on TikTok today where they're supposedly they've got a delivery system for hydroxychloroquine and the other one. If you said it, I
Remdesivir?
know. No, not that one.
Um,
Damn it.
there is so many of them that can be helpful, but they just don't want us to
hang
use
on.
them.
I'll get it. Go to my page. And it is this one. Ivermectin.
Hmm.
And so they've got hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin in a nasal spray, which is how that scientist lady told, though I can't remember his name now, years ago.
Uh,
She told him, Jesse Ventura, that they were going to be introducing a new outbreak of squalene, and the delivery system for the squalene is going to be delivered by nasal spray. So I do not believe that ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine is in that nasal spray, but I do believe that squalene is in there.
what's squalene? I don't know. I'm not familiar
Well,
with
let
that.
me look it up because I want to get it right.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have to get out of here. Squalene is a you know what? I'm also going to share screen so that people
Sure.
don't try to say, oh my God, she's just lying. I couldn't lie if you paid me. And I would never.
Let's see.
What is squalene used for? Squalene is a
Polyunsaturated hydrocarbon. Oh, you
polyunsaturated
don't want that.
hydrocarbon within a formula of C310H50. Squalene can be found in certain fish oils, especially shark liver oil, in high amounts, and
Yeah.
some vegetable oils in relatively smaller amounts. Squalene is a saturated derivative of squalene and also found in these sources. And I will put this link below as well. But squalene is nothing to be messed with.
So it's a cancerous agent, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So, oh, they died of cancer. Screw you. And how did they get cancer, huh?
That's brutal.
Get past all that stuff I already read. It's they're saying anti-cancer and antioxidant, drug carrier, detoxifier, skin dehydrating, or skin hydrating,
Well, they make it sound
emollient.
pretty good.
You know what that sounds like? Yeah, they are trying to make it sound pretty good. I bet it's that gel, the hydrogel that they're just calling hydrogel. I bet it's squalene.
Okay.
Because that's what it sounds like. And it's because the body is made of mostly water, and so it was the best delivery system for the pandemic and everything.
Oh, okay. My nephew's in the guard. He's administering shots. Oh,
Yeah.
brutal.
But I will
Man.
put that link below as well. And stop sharing screen now. But till next time, y'all, I gotta go.
Much love.
I'm going to hopefully go live again at 7 Eastern Standard Time to discuss something very interesting for those who do not know. Let's see, let me open this up. The video is called, it starts in 24 minutes, 18 seconds, When Americans Tried to Breed a Better Race, How a Genetic Fitness Crusade Marches On. And it has a lot to do with Hitler's American model, the United States, and the making of a Nazi race law, the horrifying American roots of Nazi eugenics. That's next, guys.
Yeah. Say hello to Arnold Schwarzenegger for us.
Yeah. Yeah, he says, screw your rights. How about screw you?
Fuck your
Arnold?
freedoms. Fuck your
Fuck your
freedom.
freedoms. Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck your freedoms. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
And any damn motherfucking supposed movie star out there that anybody's ever unknowingly worshipped. Fuck all y'all who are not on our damn side. Well, if you're not on the side of right, you're on the side of wrong. If you're not right, you're evil. Period.
Even
So,
those who are silent, they're allowing evil.
mhm.
Your silence is your crime.
Yep. Silence is your crime. Open up your mouth and speak the truth. The lies do not set you free. They bury your ass. Oh, so I hope to see everybody at my next video at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I love you all.
All right.